Hey guys, how are you today? I am so excited. I am so ready. I'm so giddy. I'm so over the mood to finally be watching Michael Jackson's Super Bowl 27 halftime show performance that did air on January 31st, 1993, 27 years ago. And this will be my very first time watching it. I don't know why I haven't watched it before, but I'm really interested in Michael Jackson's music as of late because I have been going on my Michael Jackson discography journey. I've been listening to all his albums for the first time. Last week, I did listen to Dangerous from 1991 for the very first time. And let me tell you, I'm obsessed with that album. I absolutely love it so much. This week, I will be moving on to his History album. But before we move on to that album, I thought we would make a quick pit stop at his Super Bowl halftime show performance. I also do plan on making a video next week where I watch his interview with Oprah for the very first time. It's not concrete, it's not for sure, but I am playing around with the idea of doing a video for that next week. It's not 100% though. I will also say that this Super Bowl, Super Bowl 27, is one of the most watched American broadcasts in American history with 133.4 million viewers. Now, I feel like there's a discrepancy with the actual numbers because on the Wikipedia page for Super Bowl 27, it does say 133 million. But when I go to the Wikipedia page for the list of most watched television broadcasts in the United States, it says that Super Bowl 27 only had 90 million viewers. So I don't know why there's a discrepancy there. It's quite large as well. Just ignore the guy who's yelling, "Hey mom," outside. Open up the front door. Mom, open up the front door. Please, your son wants to get inside. I also want to quickly say a happy Thanksgiving to all the Americans out there watching this video. It is Thanksgiving in the US today. And I know Thanksgiving this year is a lot different with the pandemic. A lot of families, most families can't come together this year to have dinner, to be with one another. So hopefully you're doing your own thing and you're treating yourself and you cooked yourself something up really nice. Or maybe, who knows, maybe you just ordered food. Maybe you just went to McDonald's, who knows. But hopefully you're appreciating the day and you're doing the best you can. And hopefully wherever you are in the world, you are doing okay and you're safe. And hopefully you're getting through this pandemic as best you can. So let's just jump into the performance. Without further ado, the Michael Jackson Super Bowl halftime show performance from 1993. Let's get into it. Look at that pose, man. Jeez. The performance hasn't even started, and it's already iconic. Just from the way he's standing. He's like a statue. I mean, that's how legendary he is. He doesn't even have to do anything. He just has to stand there, and people will still applaud him and go crazy over him. I love that woman's hair. I think it's a woman. I'm sorry if it's not. Yeah. Woo! I was kind of expecting the crowd to be a bit bigger though. Wow. Oh, I like that. The black hand and the white hand shaking hands. That's really cool.
Today, we stand together all around the world, joined in a common purpose to remake the planet into a haven of joy and understanding and goodness. No one should have to suffer, especially our children. This is for the children of the world. Place your heart, and I know that it is not a place much brighter than tomorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world.
You know what? The only thing I was disappointed with in that performance was the fact that it wasn't longer. I wish it was longer. I wish he would have included more songs. I wish he would have performed longer. It was too short, but for the length that it was and for what I saw, it was amazing. It was great. It was a lot of fun. He is a natural born performer, and I've never seen Michael Jackson live before in video or what have you. Maybe a couple snippets here and there, but I've actually never sat down and watched him perform. So this was a real nice treat for me. Now, I'm under no illusion as to what was occurring in Michael's life at this time and the controversies and the scandals, but for the time being, for this performance anyway, I just wanted to put all of that to the side and just appreciate his performance and the music for what they are. And one of my favorite parts of the performance was just before Heal the World, when the audience was lifting up these tiles and flipping them over one by one to form these pictures, these illustrations, these cartoons of children from all over the world, from different races and backgrounds, and it gradually started to unfold as the camera panned from one side of the stadium to the next, which was really nice. It was very creative. It really did hit home the message of Heal the World, as well as the inflatable globe as well. Another one of my favorite parts was the very beginning, even before he opened his mouth, even before he started dancing and moving his body. He was just frozen like a statue in one spot. He was striking a pose, and the pose was reminding me of his upcoming album at this time. This was 1993, so in 1995, the album artwork for Xxvii has a very similar pose as to what he's doing at the very beginning. And the crowd is going crazy. I mean, how many people can just be still as a statue? How many performers and musicians can just stand in one spot, very stoic and frozen like a statue, and the crowd just go crazy for you? Michael Jackson doesn't even have to perform. He could just stand in one spot for the entire 2 or 3 hours of a concert, and people would still pay money to see him, and people would still go crazy for him, and the applause would keep going. I really liked the part with Heal the World. I loved his dancing and his moves, iconic like always. This is why he's the king of pop. Michael Jackson was the production. He doesn't need the fancy glitzy lights and the set changes and the bands playing and dancing around him, the backup dancers and the costume changes. There was some of that, but not to a huge grand scale like so many other musicians have when they do the halftime performance show. They always need these grand sets and the high budget production and the lights, and they're swinging in the air. Michael Jackson doesn't need that. He did a bit of it in the actual performance, but not to an extreme scale. It was just him dancing, and the crowds came on stage. There was the blow-up inflatable globe and the tiles flipping over in the crowds to form the children of the world. That's all he needed. He didn't need all that extra stuff. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm really happy with his halftime show performance. What I also liked is that he didn't need to bring on another pop star, another singer, another musician to dance with him, to sing with him, the extra musicians, the celebrity guests, and there's none of that when it comes to Michael Jackson's presence on stage. So what did you guys think of the Super Bowl halftime show performance from Michael Jackson? Which are your favorite parts, and what did you think of this performance back then in 1993? Maybe you watched it on TV with tens of millions of other people. So what was that like? Who knows? Maybe you were in the crowd during this Super Bowl halftime show performance. Maybe you were there. What was that like? It says here that 9 days later after his performance at the Super Bowl, Jackson would conduct a television interview with Oprah Winfrey, which garnered the highest ratings for a television interview in history. So, like I said at the beginning of this video, I do plan on doing a video of me watching that interview hopefully next week. It's not for sure, but that's where I'm kind of headed. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, you can message me, you can tell me other artists I should check out. I'm open to any artists from any decade. You can find me on Apple Music, you can check out my playlist, and so on and so forth. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.